Welcome to the RedTech Daily Podcast, powered by AI. I am your host, Marguerite Clark, bringing you the latest news from the global radio broadcast and digital audio industries. In today's episode, we will explore the integration of next-level AI in radio, the upcoming Women in Music Tech Summit announced by MPW, and Radio Clodia's 40th anniversary celebration featuring a significant DHD upgrade. Radio has adopted, if not fully embraced, artificial intelligence, particularly the generative version embodied by ChatGPT, for various functions, including collating advertising data and creating virtual voice clone presenters. Although artificial intelligence has been around since the 1950s, it is ramping up again with new variations appearing that can surpass what generative artificial intelligence has made possible. Among the new artificial intelligence types pushing the technology further are multimodal artificial intelligence, agentic artificial intelligence, and customized enterprise forms of generative artificial intelligence models. Although open artificial intelligence sources have been available for some time, these are also now central to the ongoing growth of artificial intelligence usage. Among the leading examples are Metallama 2 and Mistral, both of which, like ChatGPT, offer large language model capability using machine learning to handle massive amounts of data for natural language processing. Multimodal artificial intelligence systems comprise three modules, one for input, one for output, and a fusion module. The input unit consists of multiple unimodal neural networks that receive a range of data formats. The fusion module combines, aligns, and processes this data, and the output component delivers the result. This form of artificial intelligence can also detect patterns and connections when analyzing various data types, making it more accurate, intuitive, and effective with a more contextual and human approach. ChatGPT developer OpenAI launched a multimodal artificial intelligence, GPT-4o, with O standing for Omni, in May, claiming it has more natural human-computer interactivity for audio, video, text, and images. Agentic artificial intelligence is proactive rather than reactive, using artificial intelligence applications or agents to comprehend the environment in which they are used without needing constant human control. Custom enterprise generative artificial intelligence can deliver a more concentrated artificial intelligence application than more generic programs such as ChatGPT and Midjourney with bespoke functionality for specific business requirements. Radio technology developers have been working with artificial intelligence, and some, including cloud-native automation and networking specialist Radio Cloud, are already looking at what the latest iterations can offer the sector. We are working heavily with large language models, especially GPT-4o, and have thousands of prompts to create custom and unique artificial intelligence voice tracks, comments Andrew Scaglione, Radio.Cloud account director. But we're not doing any prompting with visual or audio input. It is currently all text-based. 11 Labs' speech-to-speech artificial intelligence voice changer is a pretty cool tool that probably falls under the multimodal artificial intelligence category. I see tools like that helping the industry for creative production, idea generation, and more. How radio broadcasters use artificial intelligence, specifically generative artificial intelligence, now and how they will use new versions in the future varies wildly from country to country and organization to organization. Radio.Cloud has a traditional radio technology background and recently moved into artificial intelligence for virtual automation and operations. By contrast, Veritone started working with artificial intelligence on launching in 2014. According to the managing director of media and broadcast, Paul Kramer, the company saw the potential of artificial narrow intelligence, the precursor to both generative and multimodal artificial intelligence. Artificial narrow intelligence are individual models that are very good at doing one particular thing, he explains. They're trained on a large corpus of data and are domain-specific, such as transcription or translation. We have been doing that for almost a decade with our AI-aware operating system. He adds that despite the capabilities and potential of generative artificial intelligence and beyond, people should look at practical use cases rather than what is referred to within Veritone as Harry Potter use cases because they sound almost like magic. Zach Zalon, chief executive of Super Hi-Fi, observes that regardless of the technology approach, artificial intelligence will have a massive impact in whatever industry it is used. Specifically with radio, artificial intelligence will reduce the time necessary for creating and managing world-class experiences, he says. We strongly believe the result will be more exciting and dynamic content offerings to attract and retain the next generation of radio listeners. Like any technology, artificial intelligence should be viewed in terms of what advantages it can bring and how it can move specific market areas forward. something with which Joe D'Angelo, Senior Vice President of Global Radio and Digital Audio at Xperi, agrees. Radio stations are trying to proactively find that balance between using artificial intelligence to streamline production and content creation while ensuring they preserve their status as the trusted voice in the media landscape, he says. The pace of innovation and the applications are astounding and, in some cases, very scary. I have experienced some new platforms with amazing capabilities to create long-form audio content and podcasts with little input and guidance. It is not human creativity, but it is pretty impressive and can certainly help with more routine content creation, such as weather and traffic reports. At voice cloning software specialist Respeecher, co-founder and chief technology officer Dmytro Belyevtsov says there is no full-cycle artificial intelligence on the radio with intelligence that could be compared to ChatGPT. Currently, GPT-4o does not realize it has a voice, he says. If you ask it to raise its voice a little, it will decline, saying it cannot do it since it is texting you. OpenAI plans to release something more end-to-end as an alpha version soon, but we will have to see how well it works in practice. That said, the pace of progress in generative artificial intelligence is crazy. There is some chance that we might be hitting a ceiling of how smart the current generation of artificial intelligence can get, but we are just about 2 years in, so clearly not enough time has passed to make such a statement. How radio broadcasters use artificial intelligence, specifically generative artificial intelligence, now and how they will use new versions in the future varies wildly from country to country and organization to organization. The BBC introduced 12 generative artificial intelligence pilot schemes in October 2023 to maximize the value of existing content, create new audience experiences, and make tasks quicker and easier. Rhodri Talfin-Davies, director of BBC Nation, stated in an update published this February that a live radio sports commentary could be quickly converted to text for BBC Sports web pages as part of the scheme to reformat existing material. Chris Ward, Group Operations Director at Bauer Media Audio UK, says its network of commercial radio stations in the United Kingdom is starting to see the impact of artificial intelligence by using the technology to supplement people rather than replace them and to speed up the production process. Audio producers frequently encounter the need to make minor amendments to a recorded script, he explains. If, for example, the date in a recorded trail is incorrect, we can make the change instantly without needing to bring the voice artist back into the studio, with their consent, of course. He adds that multimodal artificial intelligence in particular is proving useful in training audio producers by suggesting specific changes to the mixing or mastering of a recording to enhance its sound. These are still relatively early days for artificial intelligence in radio, and presenters, journalists, and engineers continue to work out what the technology can do for the medium. While phrases like artificial intelligence radio stations and artificial intelligence presenters are being bandied about, the smart thinking is that artificial intelligence will remain an assistive technology to help support creativity and improve efficiency rather than replace the human element. The global teaching platform Music Production for Women has announced a 2-day Women in Music Tech Summit featuring music masterclasses designed to empower female and non-gender conforming musicians. This event will take place online on October 19th and 20th, making it widely accessible. The summit will include sessions led by MPG award-winning vocal producer Ramera Abraham, Ableton certified trainer LNA, and MPW's award-winning founder and chief executive officer Xylo Area. Additional instructors will be announced soon. The previous event in 2022 attracted over 2,000 registrants from more than 120 countries, and since its inception, MPW has hosted workshops and courses for over 8,000 musicians globally. The summit will feature 10 workshops covering essential topics for independent artists, such as music production basics, sound design, mixing, music marketing, public relations, and songwriting workflow. Both days will also include networking sessions to help attendees connect with like-minded musicians. Xylo Area said, "It's a privilege to run these events because I've seen how transformative they are for attendees' mindsets regarding music technology. Once women realize they can learn to produce music, they've overcome the biggest hurdle." Founded 5 years ago, MPW has been recognized on the Top 50 Innovators of East London list in 2020, named a finalist in the 2023 and 2024 Business Excellence Awards, and earned ARIA an honorable mention in the IABCA 2024 Young Business Professional of the Year Awards. The summit, backed by Creative Australia, offers free tickets to all attendees until capacity is reached.